a humanoid robot in the year of 2110.
Robot.
Yes, sir.
I'd say which is growing faster? The ability of the computer, which is double its ability every 10 years or less now, or the medicine, the field of medicine, or how are they related? Is the computer going to lead the medical field in the further advances of our medical sciences? Or are they going to be
Well, medical, it relates to the medical field. Your doctor, when you go to a visit, will research the computer, the internet, to find some solution, what did other doctors do in this case, what are the symptoms, what could be. Nowadays, many of our doctors are not diagnosticians. They are computer readers. When I was a young child, the general practitioner was someone who was going back on experiments, what he learned and what he experienced with others, and trying to solve the problem. Nowadays, we don't do this there. But more and more are being done. When the doctor decides what the prescription to give you, it will search the internet and do it. Most doctors, my daughter is a pharmacologist. He's at the Emory University teaching pharmacology. And he said the worst students are the medical students because they don't know anything about this. When there is a question, they grab their smartphone to find out what is the situation there. Any other question? Yes, sir.
All right. You're a USDA employee, scientist.
Yeah.
We have converging criticism of chemistry and science. One is the anti-GMO people.
Anti what?
Genetically
Genetic modified.
Yeah.
And also the people that are opposed to pesticides, herbicides, etc. So they're crunching the agricultural community on how to grow our crops. Any answers to that?
I have a long lecture to address this, but there is a short answer to that.
Yes.
There are a number of things which are happening in our life which could be looked at it by logic and common sense and not propaganda, not newspaper hysteria, and it only needs common sense. Unfortunately, in our time, common sense became not very common.
Good answer.
All right. That finishes my talk, so I will give this over to our chair, because there is another reason also why you are going to, why I came in here.
Well, it wasn't the only reason. Thank you so much for coming, Attila. But you know, there was a second reason that we invited you here today. And that's, could I bring up the committee, please? Could I take this?
Oh, stay.
So as you know, our octogenarians and older are increasing very fast. The section has a number of individuals who've worked very hard over the years, and so tonight we'd like to make a special recognition for Dr. Eckhard Helmuth. I don't have many stories to tell, other than I think the one was in 1963. Eckhard came to Cornell, I believe it was, from Estonia, and he spent a short time there, and had the opportunity to join, I think it was Washington University or UMKC, And at the time, a professor by the name of Bill Meyer suggested that he go with UMKC because those private universities just won't be able to sustain their funding. So tonight we would like to honor Dr. Hellmuth for his long-term outstanding commitment and dedication to the science of chemistry and to the ACS, American Chemical Society, Kansas City section. Chair Michelle Sanders has been working very hard to put together this meeting today, which I think you've seen. We had a wonderful talk, and thank you, Eckerd, for all of your work, and we so appreciate all your hard work and all you've done for the section.
Thank you.
What should I say? My German accent is getting worse again. But if you go through the Spencer Award and check, in the last 10 years, we give a few awards to people who give us supplements. And I was a good fellow, and I've taken a lot of supplements for Spencer awardees. And maybe that's the reason why I'm approaching 90 now. Thank you very much.
Very good.
I just want to say that we have all these responsibilities in life, work and family. Community service has been Eckerd's forte, I think, in terms of the ACS. He's been really dedicated and a great example to everybody who wonders sometimes why they should do that kind of community service. And so I applaud you, Eckerd, for being a great role model.
I guess it's my turn to talk. A few years ago, I didn't know that Eckerd was working on me, and nobody warned me. He kept bringing up these women who were doing stuff in the American Chemical Society. I'm like, oh, that's nice to meet you. And then he'd get after me if I wasn't there when he decided I needed to meet somebody. And it progressed to the point where he's like, yeah, you could do this chairperson thing. I was like, no, I don't think so, and I wasn't sold on it. So he brought me up a woman, I don't remember who it was, who had been chair, and made her sit down and talk to me about this. And for that, I'm very thankful for you for pushing me out of my comfort zone and believing that I could do this along with everybody else here. So thank you, Eckerd.
I'll admit to Eckerd's ability to recruit executive officers for the ACS. He's constantly drumming on people to join and be a part of the executive committee. And there's many people out there I've seen many times at these meetings. So just think about it. You could change or help improve the ACS section in Kansas City if you join us. Thank you, Eckerd, for all your years.
Is it on? Eckerd has been instrumental in taking our local Spencer Chemistry Award for Agriculture and Food Chemistry to the national level. He's been the one who's, volunteered, brought the national aspect of it. We're now working with national committees within the ACS to really broaden the pool of nominees, the prestige of the award, and it's been wonderful to work with Eckerd to bring this about.
Anybody else want to say anything?
Let me add one more thing. When Gary phoned me up that the section was planning a surprise recognition for Eckerd, he asked me that would you send some type of a recording what I could read. And I said, well, for Eckerd, whom I have known I don't know how many years. It's 40 years or something. We were both fighting to make the ACS a better play. I said that for his sake I'll come, and to make it more subtle, I offered that I'll give this talk so he won't suspect that this whole meeting is really for his recognition. My talk was just a minuscule event in this case.
Well, Eckhart, I don't have a whole lot to add. I'll just mention, just a small story of when I first came to Missouri Western a few years ago, and went to my first ACS section meeting, and I met a lot of people, and I'm kind of bad with names. I don't quite remember most people who I met at that first meeting, but you were the one who stood out. I remember thinking at the time, man, that crazy German guy. He's got a lot of energy for an old guy. So you certainly made an impression, and you're a reason why I, kept coming back. And I kind of think of you now as, as the godfather of our section, really. So thank you for everything.
I am not following that up. I'm not following up the Godfather.
That's a smart move. Garrick, here you go, Garrick.
I'm not sure I can get this one to run, but you can see, yeah.
With you, and it's my pleasure to do so. Peter Brown, I'm the president of the American Chemical Society, and I regret not being able to share this with you in person. When I first moved to Kansas State University almost 7 years ago, one of the first people to reach out to me was Eckhart Helmut. Eckhart, of course, is someone who is a fixture in the American Chemical Society. And he invited me to come over to the Kansas City area for one of his local section meetings. And it was a pleasure to do so. Now, over the years, of course, I've had the opportunity to get to know Eckhart, but I needed to do a little bit of homework before I created these remarks. And congratulations for so many years of history and service with the American Chemical Society. So I did a Google search. When I did the search without including the middle initial for Professor Helmut, I was surprised to learn how broad his perspectives were. Not only is he an outstanding chemist in polymer chemistry and materials, but I got to learn that Eckhart Helmut is a writer of 18th century German and British colloquials. I had the occasion to also discover that he was a philosopher as well. He wrote a book, Wie schreibt man die Geschichte einer Idee? And to translate, that's how do you write the story of an idea? Of course, I'm just teasing. These are all other individuals with a similar name as Eckhart W. Helmut. But there is only one Eckhart W. Helmut. And it's certainly an opportunity for me this evening to congratulate you on so many years, 63 years of being in the Kansas City area, being affiliated with UMKC, being affiliated with your service to the American Chemical Society, of course, your leadership. As many of you have heard or know, Professor Helmut came to the United States after his studies at the Philipps Universität Marburg in 1963, where he started at RPI and then came to UMKC in 1965, and has been a leader and a fixture in the Kansas City area ever since. So, Professor Helmut, I want to congratulate you on the distinction this evening that's being shared with you, and I want to thank you for so much of your leadership and service in the Kansas City area, in chemistry, and with the American Chemical Society. So, Eckhart, congratulations and best wishes for your continued success.
Well, that was very nice of Dr. Dorhout who's our outgoing current president at the ACS and is outgoing. He couldn't make it tonight. He sent us this wonderful message. I didn't know if I'd get a chance to play it because of the new system that we have here, but I think we finally got everything working. And thank you all for showing. Eckerd, thank you so much for all your hard work and support and love of the section. I know you are the heart and soul of the Kansas City section. Thank you. And we have his better half has joined us. Maga has joined us, by the way, if you didn't know, Mrs. Helmuth.
To invite people from the audience to share stories.
Sure. If anybody wants to tell an Eckerd story, they're welcome to do so. We also have cake in the back to celebrate. And of course, thank you all for showing it. If anybody wants to come tell a story, you're welcome to do it. You've outlived them all, Eckerd.